Hello, 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 hello. It is once again Subnautica time. That time of the week when I try not to drown desperately. I don't remember what I actually set for my next task last time.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I probably should have checked that before starting the stream.
Meters.
Thank you, AI. Yes. Yes, passing many meters.
Emergency power only. Power restored. All primary systems online.
You really don't need to give me all of the warnings the instant I load into the game. It's actually unnecessary. I've got a new radio signal. That's interesting. I don't have a radio. I probably should have put a radio in my Cyclops. How do I make a radio? Cyclops depth module, I've made that. I want the prawn suit depth module next. Depth module 1. Okay, I can make that. I can't make 2 because I don't have kyanite. Wait. There's the prawn one that I just, yes, pinned. Okay. And I don't need another power. Wait, have I made a battery charger? I don't think I've made a battery charger, so I think I do need that. Wiring kit, copper, titanium. That's one of the things I'm trying to make. Can people stop bumping into the side of my Cyclops, please? I think that's the extent of what I need to do before I can explore further. Oh yes, radio. How do I make a radio? Gonna need one down here. Titanium and copper. Easy. Not an issue. Do I have any such materials? Of course I do. That's not actually the right tool. Habitat builder. Radio. What are you? You're an interior module. Let's stick you up the wall. Can I? You're not gonna fit there? That seems odd. There we are. That's as high as you can go. Okay, let's stick you up there. And let's listen to this. Very informative. I'm so glad I could pick up that radio signal. Wonderful. Okay, so I need 12 titanium. No, I don't. I need 11 titanium. I've still got the radio pinned. 11 titanium, 2 rubies, 3 nickel. I think I've got the latter two. Hello, JK Game. Welcome. Been following the past streams, stopped on stream 7. Where am I about in the game? You'll try not to spoil and help if you're stuck with anything. Thanks, glad to have you here. I am currently in the Lost River. I discovered this last stream and almost got absolutely shafted because it took most of my power to get past the nasty Leviathan thing that I haven't scanned yet in that initial cave. And I didn't have a power cell charger, but I managed to get the materials to make one. And now I am trying to upgrade my depth capacity for my ships so that I can explore a bit deeper here. And I'm currently taking stock of what materials I have because I need a battery charger as well because I don't have one of those on me either. So I need 10 more titanium. I've got 3 nickel. That's good. Which... the Cyclops says module mark 1, okay. And I need 2 rubies. I've got 2 silver and I need 2 copper. Do I have rubies down here? Of course not. I do have one additional titanium down here, though. Oh, I've got loads of titanium here. Hold on, hold on. I'm closer than I thought I was. Do I have Cyclops upgrades yet? Also, you see I have a prawn suit. It's really helpful to explore and get resources. Like sea moth, the Cyclops is too big for some tasks. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I've been using the prawn suit, Stephen. I do have some Cyclops upgrades. I have depth module Mark II, engine efficiency module, shield generator, and sonar. That shield generator is the only reason that I was able to get past the... I assume it's a Leviathan, I haven't scanned it yet, so I don't know what it's called. Right, I have 5 titanium now, so I need 5 more. And 2 rubies. But yes, the reason I'm trying to get a depth module for my prawn suit is because the majority of the interesting stuff is actually slightly too deep down here. That's not what I wanted to do, that's what I wanted to do. For my prawn suit to go at its current capabilities. Where are the nasty beasties? Up there. Hello, you. Have I scanned you? Oh, you're Reginald. I've got one of you. Okay, titanium lumps there. Main question is rubies. If the map could turn off, that'd be good. Now, I know this is where the monster is, but it might also be where rubies are. You can just grab a couple. That's a ruby. The minor difficulty that I have with looking for rubies is that the red doesn't stand out to me because I'm color deficient. So I really have to swim close to tell if something's a ruby or something else. That could be dangerous. Let's go down. Recommend using sonar to track some hard to see areas like dark and empty areas of the ocean. Be aware of your power consumption. Yeah, I've had that advice already. Aware.
You are the best captain on the planet.
Sonar is actually...
I'm not even squinting.
That's the 3rd time I've had that supposedly extremely rare line. Yeah, sonar is actually how I found the cave that leads down here. There was a big hole in the ground. Hello, Lily. In the sonar is visible. Right, Stephen, let's get this titanium. Is this titanium? Yes, this is titanium. That's 3. I need 2 more. 1 more. Where did that one fly? Oh. I ended up getting a lot more than I thought there. Flying backwards. I love momentum. It's my favorite part of piloting the prawn suit. That's good. Since when did I have lithium and magnetite sitting in there? Okay. I actually have extra. That's fine. That's useful. Rubies. And 3 nickel. Well, I don't have enough for 3 nickel. Let's actually make the titanium ingot first. So I have a way to recharge my batteries in my Cyclops. It's mobile based at the end of the day. I don't currently. I am going to make a battery charger, at least one. I haven't decided whether I'm going to put one in my Cyclops yet. I probably should. You're right. I'm just wary of using power. Can I actually make the prawn suit depth module here? I've just realized. I might not be able to because I don't have a moon pool. No. Unless I can make it downstairs, but I doubt it. No, no fabricator down here. I don't think I can actually make this without a moon pool. Should put Gary inside of your mobile base. Makes you more stressed about not destroying the Cyclops. I'm already stressed enough about destroying the Cyclops. I do not need to put Gary in here. Gary is staying at home, where he is safe and will not be harmed. Okay, I don't actually have the ability to make the prawn suit depth module, which is very annoying. Moonpool just takes a shit ton of titanium, doesn't it? Oh, lubricant. Bugger. Okay, that's really a problem, actually. That kind of scuppers my plan. Am I planning on advancing further or going back for resources? The problem with going back for resources is I have one lubricant. I am the goat. I don't remember why I brought that lubricant, but I am simply the goat. The problem with going back for more resources is the issue with the terrifying monster that I had to use practically all of my power to get past. That's still in that cave. I would have to go past it another 2 times. And I'd rather not. Until I absolutely have to. I'm sort of semi-transparent big fellow who chased my Cyclops through the entire cave. I haven't scanned him, so please don't tell me his name. I think somebody actually mentioned it last time, but I have expunged it from my mind. Yeah, I have not scanned it yet. I'm assuming it's a Leviathan class. It looks like a Leviathan class, and I have seen one other in that direction, up in another bit of cave, and also avoided it. What am I looking for? My mind's gone blank. I'm looking for the recipe for the moon pool. The titanium and lead, that's simple. I just need 20 titanium. I've got 2, so I need 18. Because I've got the lubricant. And the good thing about that is that's reusable lubricant, because I can make the Cyclops depth module, and then I can destroy the moon pool and get the resources back. I have a cunning plan. However, before I build the moon pool, I do want to put some reinforcement. How am I doing looking on lithium? So I'm just going to need an absolute shit ton of titanium. That's all this is. Which, to be honest, is nothing new for this game. You always need an absolute shit ton of titanium. I don't think I do have powerful weapons, to be honest. Like, the Cyclops is big and has a lot of health, but it doesn't have any weapons. I know there is torpedo stuff, but I haven't built any of that. To what in my storages? Titanium or weapons? Or torpedoes? I have 2 decoys. No, I have decoys. I have no torpedoes. Creature decoys. Which honestly I could have used last time and I just completely forgot to. Although I haven't tested those, so I don't know if they have much of an effect if you're actively being chased. Or if you have to drop them preemptively. I'd imagine they'd help you if you're being chased. Okay, I was about to say, any minute now my storage is going to be full. Oh wait, shit. I forgot that I was in poison. I didn't want that to roll away. My brain is broken, hold on. Right, exit the prawn. Stephen, I'm going to access your storage. I'm going to take some out of it into my own inventory. I'm going to jump back in the poison. Because I know what ores are like in this game. Sometimes things just like roll away 6 million miles. Can you please pick up the titanium? Thank you. I think I know how to build torpedoes. I just don't have any built. Right, that's definitely more than enough titanium. However, I am lacking some lithium. This is lead. Don't see any loose lithium lying around in these trenches. That close enough? Nope. The single most awkward part of using the prawn is docking it back into the Cyclops. That's good.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Something you see in my past gameplays, make sure to, besides reading the lore, pay close attention to the last phrase of any databank for critical information about the item's world. If you mean the like stuff like... Where's my databank? If you mean the like assessment colon stuff, I do think I generally look at that. It's probable that I have read it silently at times and then not really remembered it. a lot of times I will read a sentence, think to myself, that's an important sentence, I need to remember that, and then simply not commit it to memory. Not because I have any conscious decision not to, just because my memory is non-functional. Bed is kind of in the way? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Wait, no, I want my titanium because I need to make something. Okay. There is no issue with the bed. There's also nowhere else in the Cyclops that it will actually fit, so it'll just have to stay there. Five. I've yet to scan the smaller things as well. I really need to get on that. Right, let's get some reinforcement over here to deal with my hull integrity. Should be +7. Now, moon pool is minus like 6 or something like that, if I recall correctly. Let's save just in case it's minus a lot more. Where can I stick it? Don't think I can directly attach it anywhere here. I can stick it there. That's directly attached. Let's go. Minus 8.5. Ooh, that's more than I thought it was going to be. Any of y'all got lithium down there? I don't spy any. Well, -8 is fine. Hull strength is fine if it's always above 1, you believe? I'm a little nervous about the effect it might have if the base gets attacked. None of my bases have ever been attacked, but there is the fact to keep in mind that this is an exceedingly temporary moon pool. That exists primarily.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
So I can deal with Stephen. I do, however, still need to put in one of those. Well, for a start, let's get you back on board my Cyclops. Unless you need the materials, it's actually a good idea to have several bases all around the world. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm just lazy. That's technically my third base, so I do, but 2 of them are very close to each other. Alright, how the hell do I make this thing again? Computer chip, copper wire, titanium. God damn it. God damn it. I wish you could pin things from the habitat builder. It really irks me that you can't pin things from it, because they're much easier to find in the habitat builder. I need so much copper, it's unbelievable. Table coral, more copper. I need 4 copper, 2 table coral, 1 gold I've got. I'm thinking, well, technically I need 6 copper because I need copper wire for the battery charger as well. No, because I can deconstruct that once I'm done, so I'll have a spare copper wire that I can then put in the battery charger, so that's all good. Hang on. An idea occurs. How lazy can I be with this? How lazy can I be? Not lazy at all, because paracel charger didn't take copper wire. Unfortunate. Okay, I need 4 copper. 3 titanium's good, I've got that. Okay, we are going on an adventure.
Engine powering up.
Make sure to build that one close to the big fish fella while watching it from the observatory while drinking coffee. I still haven't drunk any coffee, to be honest. I've yet to drink a single cup of coffee in this game, or in real life, actually. Now I can actually go very deep with this now, because I upped, yeah, my depth to 1300 meters. However, the prawn suit cannot go deep. There's table coral. I only see one there. I want to get a group of 2 next to each other, so I can be out for as minimal as a time as possible. There are 2 next to each other. Very nice, very nice. And this is further away from the creature. Very good. Okay. Am I using low power? Helps for power consumption. I have no idea. Am I using low power? How do I use low power? Shield, sonar, light creature, silent running. Is it this?
Ahead slow.
That's speed.
Ahead standard.
Silent running uses more power. Now I'm not sure if there's any copper up here. No, silent running uses more power, I've been told by multiple people, and it certainly seemed that way when I briefly turned it on. Even gameplay wise, it wouldn't make sense for it to use less power because the silence is already a benefit. Right, this is an annoying bit. What we've got to do, turn on camera mode. Okay, we've got to perhaps succeed better. I'm going to execute what's called a 3-point turn. I'm going to attempt to execute what's called a 3-point turn. Right, that's good enough for now. That's 2 points of the 3-point turn. The next 3 points will come later. Go back up the ladder. I need Steven. I desperately need Steven. Steven's not with me. I forgot to bring Steven. Chat, I might be cooked in the brain. Right, can't go into the poison. Double check to see if there's any copper just lying around not in the poison. Make sure to use your horn if you have traffic ahead of you like a good human would do. You can't expect me to drive well, okay? I don't have a driver's license in real life, so... Allow me some breach of the road laws. It's mostly nickel here. I'm not actually seeing any copper anyway. That's sandstone, so that's absolutely useless to me. Hold on. Get the fuck out of here. Do I have the materials for a scanner room? Not sure. It's nickel. Absolutely useless. I think scanner room requires table coral as well, so I'd need to use even more table coral, which I try to maintain reluctance on using table coral because it's very limited. I'm aware that there's an absolute monster over yonder way, so I'm kind of staying away. Ooh, speaking of absolute monsters, this trip may have been a waste of time. Right, I'm gonna get back in here before I drown. Scanner room.
Captain, all systems online.
For a scanner room, we are looking at... Where in God's name is it? There it is. I see, I need 2 copper for the scanner room as well, so that's unhelpful. Unfortunately. In fact, I need 2 raw copper for that, so if I want to put a scanner room on my base, that adds additional copper on top of what I was already requiring. Table coral able to be put in a planter tool? I don't think so. I think table coral is fully not replenishable. Which, to be honest, the way certain, like, very crucial, frequently necessary materials are totally unreplenishable is like my one criticism with this game. Although it hasn't caused me a problem so far, I feel like it means that you can't live in a Subnautica playthrough forever. Like, if I just want to hang out and build massive cities across the entire world, I can't actually do that. The noise that that made when I just bumped into the world's tiniest fish. That was quite something. Copper, 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 copper. Where are you, copper? That's titanium. I think resources respawn. I don't think most of them do. Right, listen, if I'm going to be jumping out here, and I might be, I'm going to need to kill you. So if you could... Yep. Exactly like that. I love how in the Cyclops you can just fucking ram into other creatures. Just like, you're gone. Your living privilege has expired. Is that limestone? Or is that nickel? Gotta check. Simply have to check. It's nickel. Wait, that's limestone! That's limestone! Give me copper! That's fucking titanium! Fuck you, game! It's not nickel. 1 copper. 1 of 4. That took so long to get 1 of 4. Give me a little tip for copper. There is indeed copper in there. You know what? Extremely useful. I mean, I know there's copper down here. I just struggle to find it. I have to be very careful going over this way because there are warpers. Seek fluid. Shut up. The only fluid I'll be intaking is your blood AI. Okay, 2 of 4. If it could give me the good luck and I could get 2 copper in a row, that'd be really nice. But I am going to have a drink first. Are we fully grown? We are fully grown. Marble melon, my goat.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Might be more copper near the huge skeleton near my base. I need to look over there in a second to double check what you actually mean by that. My brain's blanking. I may have lost a seed there, but that's fine. It worked out perfectly. There's like a million different huge skeletons lying around here. Do you mean that one? Or do you mean a different one? I might be seeing limestone there. Oh yeah, that's in the direction of the big fella. I'm very nervous to go in that direction. Okay, let's have a look around. Okay, we do have 1 monster. Oh, come on, let me whack it. Hold on. I'm trying to commit murder here because it's in my way. There we go. Excuse me while I engage in road rage. Right, save that. The slow rotation, rather, of the Cyclops is the single most potent weapon in the game. One of what I need. Wait, no, I actually need more, don't I? Because I need 2 copper for a scanner room if I want to make one. So I technically need 6, but... Ask not for whom the road rages, it rages for thee. Indeed. I definitely saw a second piece of limestone. Well, that's not the one I saw, but it is a piece of limestone. So I will be grabbing it. Why would you give me titanium? Why would you do that? That's such a waste of your existence. that was shale, in fact. That wasn't even... Is that more shale? That's more shale. Why would you be shale? What's the point of being shale in this economy? What kind of economy am I living in that... Ah! A heated economy by the looks of things. What kind of economy am I living in that fucking diamonds are more common than copper? Yes, yes, yes. Heat and fire and stuff. Whatever. I swear I saw another limestone. Yeah, going back to the Lost River, to the beginning of the Lost River, is not on my agenda, to be quite honest with you. It remains off my agenda for as long as feasibly possible. Okay. I'm looking at 3 copper, which is enough for me to make the battery charger. Let me triple check that there's no copper in any of my containers downstairs. Nope. 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 Okay. Just go a little back, you might find more in nearby areas. Right, but there isn't a little back to go. This base is right on the edge of the extent of where the massive monster chased me to. Like, a little back doesn't really exist. Copper burns green. Is it maybe hiding in the green water? Potentially. Unfortunately, the reason I'm trying to get the copper is to build a depth module for my prawn suit, and I need the prawn suit to go into the green water, but unfortunately the green water is too deep for my prawn suit to go, which is why I want to build the depth module, which is why I need the copper in the first place. So I'm in a catch-22 with regard to that. Let's engines off for the time being. Let's risk my life and soul. Hello, Meshworks. Welcome. Late? Well, I wouldn't say that late really applies to viewers, given there's no schedule or obligation for viewers to get here, but also I was slightly early today, so maybe you're just on time. Jesus, I did not... When I ran through here, I was in a panic, avoiding a terrible monster. I did not, in fact, register the absolute scale of that skeleton in terms of length. Did I go through the area with tons of gel sacks? Does this count as the area with tons of gel sacks? There are gel sacks here. This amoeboid is blue. I can't scan it, but that's different. And just like that, the entire ambient lighting of the area has changed. And I don't see any copper, so I'm turning around. There could be copper in these trenches. So I'll fly my Cyclops up a little bit more. I think I just bumped the microphone. Sorry about that. I will try to get back into my Cyclops, please.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
All systems online. No point trying to actually go up there without my prawn suit, frankly. That would be the second time that I've simply run off without Stephen. That is way too high up. I'm not going to be able to blast my prawn suit in there. Let's lower this a little bit.
Engine powering up.
That should be good.
Engine powering down.
Engine powering down. Stephen, but with a PH. I mean, that's a common spelling of Stephen.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Lots of Stephens are spelt that way. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not forgetting about the ship's cameras, I just didn't need them there. But yeah, when I'm going long distance, they are my primary mode of viewing. I just missed it. Classic prawn suit docking. Well, not with a PH there, I'll grant you, nameless sir. If I had a scanner room, it would be way easier. I should have the materials for a simple base in my Cyclops future trips. I should. I had more advanced materials. Actually, I could make a Cyclops. Make a scanner room. Right now. It's just that it would use up 2 of the copper. And 1 of the table coral.
Engine powering up.
God, I love the music in this game. Music in this game is frankly god tier. I can get the copper back when I remove it. You know what? You're so right. But I've already flown the Cyclops up here. So I'm getting in Stephen to have a look down here. That's nickel. Look. Limestone right here. Titanium. My life is meaningless. Fucking pick up the titanium, Jesus. This is nickel, yeah. This place has too many nickel ore outcrops. I don't like it. I want more copper ore outcrops. That's nickel, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I give up. I'm gonna make a scanner room. We may have witnessed yet another instance of me being so lazy that I create more work for myself. It's weird how you're alone yet Altera made sure you have all the equipment necessary to explore that world. Very sus. Yeah, well, How is that a slide out moment? I'm sorry. How is that a slide out moment? What do you mean? Thank you. Everything Altera does is sus. I've not seen Altera do a single good thing. Storage mod on my prawn, triple my storage. I don't think I have a storage mod for the prawn suit blueprint. But also my storage, unless I already have one on it, because my storage is pretty big on my prawn suit. Let me double check here. I have storage. That doesn't tell me what things I have. How do I see my modules? Hold on here. Just... No, that doesn't do it. Ah, yeah, heat and all that. Oh, I don't have any modules. The heat really is like the least dangerous thing in the entire game. But this doesn't show me my... Oh, access... I'm stupid. Thank you, everyone. You're right, it is on my console on the left inside the Cyclops. Yeah, I don't know if I have the blueprint for the storage module for the Cyclops. For the prawn suit, sorry. I can't speak at the moment. Vehicle upgrades. I've got the jet upgrade, thermal reactor, torpedo arm. Or is the storage module just... Are these for anything? Oh, these are compatible with anything. Okay, 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 okay. I understand. I take it back. Oh, well, there's multiple things here I want. Yeah, yeah. I see now. Can I... I'm stuck in my inventory. I can't leave my inventory. None of my buttons will do anything. Bruh. Escape doesn't work. Escape doesn't do anything. Well, fortunately I save reasonably regularly, so I'm gonna lose at most 10 minutes here. But I am gonna have to Alt F4 out of this game. Chat, Alt F4 doesn't do anything. I'm gonna have to tell Steam to quit the game, because Alt F4 refused to function. Hello, Seven Spice, welcome. Trapped in a Nicolas Cage of an inventory, indeed. I don't think I need to collect the copper again. I might need to collect one of the copper again. But I think I saved before most of it. And before my save is corrupted and I lose the whole playthrough. Yeah, this was the game warning me. I'd already decided to make the scanner room. That's the thing. I'd already decided to make it.
Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Right, where am I? Oh, wait a minute. I tell you why. My keyboard's broken. Give me a second here. Aha! Chat, we're so back. I just needed to unplug it and plug it back in again. Right, where the hell am I? And do I have Steven on board? Don't have Steven on board. This is really recent. I have all 3 copper. Yeah. See, this is why I save often. This keyboard was not 2025 to 2025. This keyboard is like 4 years old. It has served me very well over the ages. You lost one time 10 hours of gameplay because of a bug and you didn't save. If a game that I'm playing does not save automatically, I am the type of person who saves like every minute, practically. Top-notch troubleshooting as an IT person, you're very impressed. You'd be surprised how few people would try that. Well, I'm not a lay person who's impressing you by having skills lay people don't expect you to. I do have a degree in software engineering, so I'm kind of also a computer person. Your control S's are extremely visibly used, yeah. My control is almost completely gone, the text on it. Okay. It took a while for those pillars to fade in.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Right, let's get started on this scanner room. I need 2 copper, 1 table coral, I want to say 1 gold, 3 titanium? Have I finally learned a recipe? 1 gold, 5 titanium. I was so close. I'm gonna cry. I do also, I'm gonna build another hull reinforcement just to be safe.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online. I like that voice line. Two of that. Grab my gold from down here. Honestly, Subnautica protect. I need to go and grab the extra titanium from here. The Subnautica protagonist, yeah, there are foundations as well. I like the, I fell in the water. I can't stand on my prawn suit. I'm losing control of the character. I like the storage, the strength bonus rather of the hull reinforcement. I know you can use lantern fruit as a power source in the bioreactor. One of my bases has lantern fruit as its main power source. Yeah, you're right. I am going to put this scanner room over here because it's symmetrical. Excellent idea, Meshworks. Wait, hold on. I've done that wrong. That's a multi-purpose room. That's what we want. Why is my map on again? There we go. It's not quite symmetrical because the scanner room compartment is smaller, which makes the tunnel longer on that end, but very close to symmetrical. Stop making scary noises at me or I'll take my Cyclops up there and ram it into you and you'll die. Should add a glass window for any base you have. It's really nice to see a Cyclops just sitting there. I have a glass window on my other base. I was going to say I'm reluctant to use quartz, but again, I can just deconstruct it if I need the quartz for something vital. So allow me to distract myself here by grabbing some quartz and making a glass window. There's no loose quartz lying here. I think I have enough quartz in the Cyclops though, because I think it's just like a couple of quartz, isn't it? One glass, which is a couple of quartz. There's a side access panes to add T-tubes for a nice row of wall lockers. Great workshop layout. Oh yeah, I understand what you mean. That is a good layout, you're right. Let's put my window... let's put it here. Yeah, the scanner room is now going to look for... Just double check that I don't have copper ore as a thing here. Nope, I don't, so it's going to look for limestone chunks. But yeah, well there's one up there that I got last time and it gave me titanium and then my keyboard broke and so I didn't get it. But that doesn't count. I know about that one already. You need to give me more pings. You've got to give me more pings. Yeah, I'll leave you to that. And if you don't give me more pings, I'm gonna cry, to be honest. I do have the HUD upgrade thing, yes. It's probably my favorite upgrade in the whole game. It's so useful. I don't think I can jump this waterfall. I might be able to, actually. Hold on, let's see. Is Steven the goat? Steven might be the goat. Steven's the absolute goat. It's titanium again. I'm gonna cry. Can you pick it up? Thank you. As you explore out away from the scanner, it'll add more resources to the list. I'm pretty sure it only adds resources to the list that are within range. And since I've already explored past the range of the scanner, it's not going to make a difference. Range upgrade is copper again and magnetite. Won't display more until you get close to it. I mean, I'll trust you this time, but that's not been my that's not been my experience with it in the past. It displays things absolutely miles away.
Engine powering up.
Engine powering up. The current issue is mainly that what new stuff does exist is mostly going to be too deep for me to get it in my prawn suit. I killed a small fish. I'm not proud of it. Okay, I suppose you're right. That's not how it worked above. Above, whenever I turn my scanner room on, it sends me like stuff right at the edge of its range before I get anywhere near there. Like, it's put stuff on my HUD that's been like nearly a kilometer away at times. So why doesn't it do that down here? What's the next plan after getting out of the cave past the scary fish? Out of the cave? What do you mean out of the cave? The plan is to go deeper. What are you talking about? I'm doing all this so that I can build my prawn suit depth module. I'm still 1 copper short if I don't destroy the scanner room, and I'd rather not destroy the scanner room. Time to explore past Steven's max depth with the Sea Glide. The issue is that most of what's past Steven's max depth is poison. So, no. Fun fact, if you press Alt F4 you'll exit your game. It's hilarious that you say that, Seven Spice, because I tried that earlier before I realized my keyboard was broken, and it didn't work because my keyboard was broken. So that's not a universal truth. Sometimes your keyboard's broken and pressing Alt F4 does nothing. I think this cave is within scanner room range. My issue with this cave is there's warpers in here. And warpers are, quite honestly, my least favorite mob in the whole game. I mean, their design is really good, but like, in terms of dealing with them. Although I don't see them right now. Oh, I just got a whole load of limestone chunks added in a place that's behind me. Yeah, I'll be going further soon. Speaking of warpers, there they are. Hate them. I wonder if I could ram them. I'm pretty sure they can't damage the Cyclops, so I should be able to ram them. Is this all stuff I can get at? This is one of the best blind playthroughs on YouTube. Thank you, I'm glad you're enjoying it so much. I'm very much enjoying this game as well, so it's good that viewers are having fun watching me play. Okay, tons of limestone chunks over here. You should see what Alt F4 does in a web browser. It's a really neat trick. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. copper. I'm just going to grab all of the limestone chunks I can. That's in fact through the wall. That is in fact through the wall, so I'm not going to grab that one.
Seek fluid intake.
I'll seek fluid intake. Give me a second. Calm down. Okay, if the game could stop giving me titanium, I'd appreciate it greatly. Funny how people will immediately leave any lobby when you tell them Alt F4 gives them an advantage in multiplayer games. Yeah, it's weird. I suppose they just don't like to be given advantages. They want to play fair.
Vital signs stabilizing.
If I could. If you could. There we go. Marble melon is honestly the goat. I think I need one more. Let's get this off my screen. I think I need one more table coral. Voiced. Yeah. That should be everything I need. Actually, I might need more titanium, but we'll get to that when it becomes relevant. Base is back that way. I'm also considering a second thermal generator, but I'm not running out of power at the moment.
Engine powering down.
Right. 2 copper wires I need to make, because I need 1 copper wire plus 1 computer chip. I need the gold as well. It's not in there. What do I actually have in storage? Titanium and quartz, okay. One gold. 2 table coral. And the copper wire I'm about to make. One copper wire. 2 copper wire. 1 computer chip. Wait, I don't need more titanium because I have the plasteel ingot. I made it, didn't I? I did. 2 rubies, 3 nickel. Wait, hold on. I've got Steven in here. Steven needs to be in the moon pool.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
This is frankly, in my opinion, overly complicated, and I feel you should be able to make upgrades for your vehicle inside the Cyclops. But it is what it is. Steven, docked. Prod suit depth module Mark 1. That only took an hour and a half. Where are my upgrades on the other side? It'd be nice if you could deconstruct those. You got back the individual titanium pieces would help a lot with inventory management. Oh, the ingots, right. Ingots back to the individual. I understand. Yes, I agree. It would be very nice. I feel like it would make sense as well. Crush depth now, 1,300 meters. Stephen, the absolutely fucking indestructible. However, we're not done. I want to make some more upgrades for Stephen. I want to make the storage upgrade. And I want to make the hull reinforcement. And actually, can I make... I don't have kyanite, so no, I cannot make. Storage, it's lithium, lithium, titanium, and diamond. I think diamond is the only thing out of that I don't have. I think I should have the lithium for that. Or I might be out of lithium, actually. Chat, I am out of lithium. This is unbelievable. No, yeah. Steven's in there. Right, we need to change the scanner room. All of this preparation is going to be worth it. It's going to be more than worth it. No, don't enter prawn. Open storage. Give me that titanium. Give me the quartz as well. Why not? That's not the scanner room. Scanner room, right, yeah. All this limestone chunks, it's great. But it's not what I need right now. Wait, copper ore was right there? Or is it's just added it? Okay, useful. I need lithium. Guess who's back? Welcome back, Seven Spice. Okay, there's lithium down there. Stephen, we're going to get lithium. Couple copper, you can make a sign? You mean like a sign to put text on? Because those are absolutely useless in this game, to be honest. Could you pick up the lithium? Thank you. The character limit is something else on the signs.
Engine powering.
Am I playing blindly? That's what blind playthrough means. By which I mean I haven't seen the game before. I'm not playing with a blindfold, if that's what you mean. Yeah, blind playthrough means I am playing the game blind, as in I have no idea what to expect. I've never seen anything about the game before starting this playthrough. Hold on here. Thank you, Nameless Sir. That's really nice. Can make a note, scanner room that way. It does help. Yeah, that's true. I could do that. But also, like, I have way more useful things to be doing with my copper, to be quite honest. Two copper is a high price to pay for not getting slightly lost in my base. I'm used to getting slightly lost enough that I will endure it. Okay, this is a lot of lithium. This is good. I will be having a look at that tree soon enough. It's been on my mind for a while. It's just I have to make my preparations. Okay, I've got all the lithium necessary. I need more diamond. Which I can go and put that on the scanner room. Just teasing me about getting lost in my 3-room base. Honestly, it's so real getting lost in a 3-room base for me that I didn't even view it as teasing. I was just like, yeah, that's just solid advice. I get lost in 1 room in real life. It is not infrequent for me to go into a room with the intent of doing something, and in the time it takes me to cross the threshold of that room, forget what it was I was actually planning to do in that room. Right, how are we doing on these? 0, 45, 100. 100, 100, 100, right. Let's take the 0 and 45. Charge those. I can make the storage one, so I might as well make that now. I need to make reinforcements over here so that Stephen can just drop onto them and walk easily. Be sure to utilize the cameras to find explorable areas, no depth restriction. Oh, you mean the scanner room cameras, or do you mean the Cyclops cameras? Or both? Storage module, give me that shit. Stephen, I'm about to improve your existence. Ta-da! How are we looking in here now? Well, that's same as always. Scanner room drones. Yeah, okay. It's probably not the same as always. No, that is bigger. Never mind. Is it bigger? I think it's bigger. I'm having an anti-placebo effect here. Let me remove that. Oh yeah, it's bigger. I think it's like 2 more lines. That's good. It's a real measurable psychological effect. For some reason, just the act of going through a doorway can make some people forget why they went into the room. If by some people you mean literally everyone in my family. Cameras have a limit Wi-Fi bad underwater, but they go pretty far and they allow you to map your way instead of going blindly. Maybe you can play fetch with the big fella? I'd rather not. My cameras got stolen so much up above by the fucking stalkers. There was a point, I was at war with the stalkers, right? Up above for a long time, because they were in a biome so far away, and they kept coming back specifically for my camera. Like, I would bring the camera back and I'd look around and there'd be no stalkers following me, and I'd leave the camera alone for 5 minutes and it would be back in this other biome like 200 meters away. And the stalkers never came out of that biome for any reason other than to get those cameras. And I feel like it was personal, and eventually I led them over to the heated vent and took the camera down into it, and it didn't kill them, but they did stop trying to steal the cameras. So I think we reached a truce. You know, not every forgetful person has ADHD, but you can't imagine it's not a pretty big factor there. It's entirely possible. Okay, diamonds up that way. Wait, give me that third one. Okay, we got tons of diamonds here. We're good. You allow them to take the cams, often find great resource locations because of it. But sometimes I wanted to use the cameras is the thing. And then they weren't there and they were miles away, usually sitting at the bottom of... I mean, it was always the same place. I think it was always the same stalker, to be honest. So I would go away and I'd find them sitting at the bottom of just this kelp forest that I'd already fully explored. I think they do cut their teeth on them though, like they do with metal salvage, so that's good at least. It does technically replenish a resource. I think what was particularly amusing about it is that there's a kelp forest right on my base. My base is right in front of the kelp forest, but that one doesn't have any stalkers in it. So it was almost like the game was making up for that one being too small to spawn stalkers by having these stalkers from a completely different kelp forest biome come to my base specifically to steal my cameras. Come on, you can dock. Okay, no you can't. There we go.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Welcome aboard, Captain. I evicted the stalkers there, demonstrating their disappointment. They never lived there. They weren't there when I got there, and they never came there. It's just a really small biome. Engine efficiency module I would like to make, but I don't think I have the materials. I didn't bring any acid mushrooms because I'm an idiot. Honestly, unbelievable from me. Truly unbelievable. There we go. That whole reinforcement is nice. I don't want Steven to risk death. Okay, hold on. Let's turn the scanner off now. Because that's sucking power. Still haven't made a battery charger, which is going to be really necessary. Battery charger. More copper, obviously. Why would it be anything else? Okay. Right, I kind of want to let power recharge a little bit here. How are we doing on these cells? One of them is fully charged, the other one's 79. I do have copper ore in here, so I don't have to rely on limestone chunks. Crystalline sulfur, gold, heat area. Nickel, limestone, shale, silver, uranium crystal, titanium. Do I even have anything that I can use uranium crystals for? I mean, presumably it's used for nuclear stuff, but I haven't unlocked the what do you call it? I haven't unlocked the blueprint for that. I wouldn't typically use it for decoration, to be honest. It seems a bit, I don't know, glowy. I feel like it might be dangerous. Just a thought. Crystalline sulfur is used for the jet upgrade. Oh shit, I can make that actually. Can't even sleep next to your uranium salt lamp anymore because of woke. Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, generally when you can't sleep, it's because of woke, to be fair. That's kind of, they are opposites to one another, sleep and woke. This uranium isn't for power, it's for display. Look at my radioactive display rocks. My woke doctor kept advising me not to put uranium in my decoration, but I don't listen to him. Yeah, I don't think I have a single blueprint that uses uranium here. Hilarious, to be honest. But now that I've seen I can make it, I do kind of want to make the jet upgrade for the prawn suit. Wait, I do have the torpedo arm. I might be stupid. Okay, let's put copper ore on. Copper ore down in the trench there. As I suspected there might be. Fortunately, my depth is now 1,300 meters, so I can go into the depth. Into the trench. Cyclops, open your door for me. I'm going to descend, but first I need to ascend.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
All systems online. Oh, there's so much copper ore, it's unbelievable. Grab, grab. Nom nom. Grab, grab. Nom nom. Grab, grab. Nom nom. The amount of copper ore that's coming up now. Come on. That's like all below my past depth limit as well. They specifically kept it below. I haven't turned my engines on.
Engine powering up.
They specifically kept it below my depth limit so that I couldn't get it without searching for little sandstone chunks. Limestone chunks, rather. Unbelievable behavior, to be honest. I might be bad at the game. Hold on, let me just drive here. It's not below my sea glide depth limit? No, but it's in poison smog. I can't go into the poison smog without the prawn suit. That's the problem. I mean, I can, but it does damage relatively quickly. But now, my prawn suit can go into this trench, so it's not a problem anymore. Stephen, we're going down. Oh, it wasn't even below my depth limit. I was so sure this was below my depth limit. This is the thing, you can't see from the top. So when it's right on the edge, you're like, well, I don't want to risk it, do I? Just casually destroying the local environment by mining all of the natural resources. I feel like you should be able to mine this. I know you can't, I just feel like you should be able to. Hello, spinefish. Now, I have got more than enough copper, so I'm gonna hold off on mining more. That's silver. There's not much other than copper down here. And you know what? This is designed specifically to be right on the edge of your depth limit. But because it's right on the edge of your depth limit, you end up not wanting to jump in. Because you can't tell. I wish there was a way to see how much of a material you had in your inventory without exiting the prawn suit. Like, I could just press a button and go like, oh, I have this much copper in my prawn suit's inventory. That is a hole for nothing. That's a hole. That hole is going to be past 900 meters, right? I'm going in this hole. Oh, almost. What is the point of this hole? It's just there to scare you if you drop in here when you don't have the upgraded depth module. Unbelievable. Hey, look, uranium. Oh, it's gold. Never mind. I've never been so confidently wrong in my life. Everybody, please expunge that from your memory banks. Grabbing these resources now is going to be very useful later on. Future Molly is going to thank present Molly for spending this time mining. No doubt about it. Actually, there is doubt about it. More likely, Future Molly is going to need something that I don't mine and is going to say, why didn't I mine that other thing? Where is... There is... You might be too high up, to be honest. Let's try this. Ah, we're good. Perfect. Perfect. I may be the goat. Oh, look at all that golden copper. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. Easily enough copper to make a battery charger. Let's do that right now. Copper wire wiring kit. Have a battery charger. Do I want it inside my Cyclops? I kind of do, to be honest. It's gonna eat power, but... Am I missing any blueprints for Steven? Maybe? No to wanting it inside the Cyclops? You're probably right. I think I am missing a blueprint. I think there might be another arm type that I haven't found. based on my understanding of messages that have been sent in previous streams. I know it drains batteries to charge batteries, but it's a power cell charger, not a... Sorry, it's a battery charger, not a power cell charger. So I'm not trying to create a perpetual motion machine. I was just thinking about how much I want
Welcome aboard, Captain.
the ability to recharge my batteries to be right on my Cyclops. But it is probably better to just have it in the base. Exterior magnetite aerogel. I don't think I can get any more aerogel at this point. Maybe I can. It's aerogel. Oh, gel second ruby. Never mind. I can. It does stop draining the power when the batteries are full. Yes, indeed. Pick up the gel sack, please. Oh no! I planted the gel sack again. Well, that's fine. Pick it back up. There we go. For now. If I'm going to be scanning and charging batteries at the same time and stuff, I do kind of want 2 thermal reactors. Thermal plants, rather. 3 more titanium, 2 magnetite, 1 aerogel. It's also 3 more titanium for the jet upgrade. What do I want more? Excellent question. Let's just stick that on titanium for the time being. Well, there's titanium right there.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
All systems online.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Never gonna stop mimicking that voice line. It's just in my head now. Right, let's grab the rest of this. I probably don't have much space left, actually. I didn't take out very much of the materials I'd gathered. I should have enough for the rest of what's in this chunk. Yep. Like, why does that fucking phase through the side? I know why it phases through the side, because the animation there doesn't actually change the collision. You bump into the bottom of the ship, even when the doors open. Easier to code, but slightly frustrating gameplay-wise. Because it looks like you're going the right way, and then it's just like, nope, actually, you did it wrong. Get wrecked. My lithium's in there. And I have 3. This was destiny. I don't have enough nickel. It's not destiny. Destinant. Any of that titanium up here? Of course not. Why would it be up here? Why would it make my life easy? That's ridiculous. Stephen, we need to grab just a little bit more titanium. Almost perfect for me landing there. Can't get the scanner room scan sound out of your head. Hear it all the time now. Tell you what I'm going to be hearing all the time is... Wait, hold on. That. Gonna be hearing that in my dreams. That's the 2 additional I needed. We go back and right. Oh, there was titanium right there. Well, that's fine. What I need is nickel. And actually, I don't think I need the scanner room because I think there should be some just hanging around. I'm gonna make a gamble here, not bother going to the scanner room. It's either gonna save time or it's gonna lose time. But it will not come out with no net change. Inventory full. It's fine. It's fine. You know what? Drink the disinfected water. And now I've lost that titanium. Wait, no I haven't! Grab it! Get it! Yeah, we had the same idea at the same time, Meshworks. Or roughly the same time. Right, Stephen. Back into the moon pool. I really need to put foundations down here so that Stephen can just land on them and simply walk to the moon pool without having to navigate the bumpy terrain. Jump jet upgrade activate. I believe this is Stephen's 4th upgrade. Yes, indeed. Wunderbar. Need aerogel and magnetite. Oh, that's so much higher. Jesus. Thank you. Watch players drop resources when they have water and nearly dying of thirst. Infuriating. Fortunately, I would never do something like that. I don't have any rubies. This is becoming a repetitious cycle of head to scanner room, scan for material, return to base, discover I'm missing another material, head to scanner room, scan for other material. Hello, Seven Spice, welcome back again. Ruby, this way. Nab that. How many rubies did I need again? Thermal plant, where are you? Where are you? Quicker to look with the habitat builder. 2, no. 1 for the aerogel. 1 ruby for the aerogel, yes? 2 magnetite. Yes. Right, let's change the scanner room to magnetite. What do you mean there's no magnetite? There's shale. Yeah, I know it will make life easier once I'm fully stocked, but... Wait, Stephen might actually have magnetite. Hold on. Ah, never mind. Never mind, that shale's farther away than I thought. Grab this one instead. It wasn't magnetite. Disappointing. You can find magnetite at 900 meters. Well, I've been at 900 meters already, so... The point is, the magnetite is not one of the materials I currently have available on my scanner room, which makes it awkward to find. Stephen, do you have magnetite in your storage? Stephen was not hiding the magnetite from me. To be fair, Stephen would never hide anything from me. Where is that? Get that off my screen. What's important is you can burn yourself, but what's more important is you can find shale chunks here, and they can contain magnetite. No, they can't. Why did I think they could contain magnetite? They contain diamonds. You see, I don't know anything about this game. I've been playing it for nearly like 40 hours now, and I don't know anything about it. Please excuse my ignorance. Cameras. Diamonds, gold, and lithium, that's the other one. Can I... Thank you. Well, hold on, Yosef, because I haven't seen any blue gas yet, so... Hold back on details I haven't seen yet. But it is about time I used the cameras. Let's hope that I don't get destroyed by anything. I didn't expect to be in a camera the first time I got closer to this glowing tree. The predator is scary because it could kill the camera. Well, that'll be the blue gas you mentioned. Oh, Wi-Fi is giving me an issue. That'll be the blue gas that I just saw coming in. So it looks like that's the next place I want to go. Cam drones are indestructible. There's literally a 98 health on the screen. On the left. What is that if not health? It's health on every other vehicle. Stalkers can steal them, but so far I've yet to see any stalkers here. Oh, creature eggs have entered my scanner room. Well, that makes me want to build an alien habitat. Why do I still have a battery charger on my pinned things? I made the battery charger already. Oh, I left this running. I really shouldn't have done that. Honestly, at this stage, I'm comfortable enough driving the Cyclops that I feel like the best thing about activating the cameras is just that I stop hearing it going boom, 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 boom whenever I'm near something. I feel like most of the time I can navigate without them. I still haven't scanned any of these. Glad you're able to catch a portion of the stream. Gotta sign off to actually pay attention to work now. Have fun while in chat. Okay, thanks for being here, Nameless Sir. It was great having you. I hope work goes well for you. Have a good day. I'm gonna kill this. I think I just did already. Yep. I will scan things in time, Yosef. Please avoid backseating if you can. I like to play at my own pace and discover things myself. This is absolutely beautiful. There are so many things here. Oh, that one's infected. Let's save. Number one spot for a base. It does look like a good spot, to be honest.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Uraniite crystal. There's my magnetite. Give me that. I do forget to turn off the Cyclops, but it's fine. It has a lot of power. Well, half the time I forget, half the time I remember and just don't bother because I'm lazy. This with these things floating around, singing, is kind of like... Okay, that's a big lithium outcrop, that's useful. It's kind of like the deep underground equivalent of having reefbacks near your base. Just having their soothing song. This is a big cave. Right, folks, I'm gonna scan your tree. You better not turn aggressive. If you do, I'll be upset, because you're very nice. I'll keep my stasis rifle out just in case. Giant cove tree. Indigenous life form. It would be funny if it said non-indigenous life form. That would be the really interesting one. A vast tree encountered in a deep cove, and the only one of its kind encountered on the planet. The tree is surrounded by rays grazing on its pink outer leaves. Bark. A hardy, fast-growing bark covers the outside of the tree. Minuscule organisms inhabit the notches in the surface. Ghost Leviathan eggs. The tree's branches are wrapped around a number of maturing eggs belonging to the species designated Ghost Leviathan. I don't know that species. It is not designated in my databank yet. The tree appears to be an ancient nesting ground. The eggs were laid when the tree was young, and now the branches protect and grow with them as they await the right conditions to hatch. Probably Ghost Leviathan is the big thing that I haven't scanned yet. More magnetite. I'm gonna pick up a few magnetite before I go. Well, I kind of wanted to go back, but now I kind of want to go slightly further ahead and build another base instead of expanding the existing base. I didn't expect this area to be safe, to be honest, when I saw it in the distance. That's titanium. Well, I don't know for sure if I've met the Ghost Leviathan Yosef, and don't say what it is. I am assuming that it's the large, terrifying creature in the cave that I went through to get here. But I haven't scanned that creature yet. Right, for a second, did I advance yet? I'm here. Welcome back, JK. I have come into this cave. I came in pursuit of magnetite and have stayed in because of beauty and serenity. And also magnetite. Mostly magnetite, to be honest. I mean, yes, nature is beautiful, but can we exploit it? That's the real question. Is that a cave I can go into? Nope. I almost feel the prawn suit as a whole is faster with the upgraded jet. Even walking. I really want to jump in, but I can't see the bottom. I don't like jumping in when I can't see the bottom. Okay. We're all good. Oh, there's a bladderfish down here. Okay, I'm gonna continue exploring this in my Cyclops rather than in my prawn suit. Just in case there happens to be another terrifying monster around a corner. Because sometimes this game will do that to you. Acid mushrooms! Or deep shrooms, rather. Not acid mushrooms, the more useful type, the deep shroom. Let's fucking go. Yes, yes, you hurt me. Now I can make hydrochloric acid. And who doesn't want to make hydrochloric acid? Let's be honest here. I know my inventory's full. I just wanted to see what was in there. But thanks for the heads up. aiming this is still hard. The problem with the upgraded... The problem with the upgraded one is you're actually so fast to get up there that you actually bump into the Cyclops before its doors are even open. This coffee machine has not made any coffee. Oh. That makes sense. Chat, I may be a tad silly. Coffee completed. That sounded like a Portal voice line. Okay, I am going to retreat temporarily. I will be coming back into this cave pretty swiftly. So a fact that won't hurt to know this part of the Lost River is the safest biome in Subnautica, safe from the shallows. Okay, well... Generally I'd prefer to discover whether it's safe or dangerous myself, but... Thank you for the fact. It's not safe for the fish, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that right now. It's not safe for the fish with me coming through here. Blundering through in my Cyclops. Yeah, that's true. Crashfish are actually one of the most dangerous species on the planet.
Engine powering down.
Like a glove. Where's my coffee? I clicked use and it... Do I need to put a cup in it? Can I make a cup? How the fuck does this thing work? I must need to put a cup in it, but I don't have a cup. Oh, it tries to put it directly into my inventory. Okay, that's a little silly, but fine. I didn't expect it to try and put it directly in my inventory. Having the sea moth down here is also helpful, but just depth issues. I do not have a blueprint for a depth module that would make the Seamoth capable of coming down here. Mark III takes it up to like 900 or something. Wait, no, I need that ruby. What is the last life pod I found? I still haven't gone to, where is it? Where is it? I still haven't gone to Chief Technical Officer U's life pod. I might have jumped ahead slightly. It's fine. Right, first things first. Aerogel. So that I have the materials, if needed, if I desire so, to make another heat plant. Stick that in there, a couple of deep stream spores in there, I'll plant the others. I need another exterior planter. Move this stuff to storage in here. I have so much gold now, it's ridiculous. I may classify as filthy stinking rich. Where is the planter, the grow bed? Here, grow bed, there it is. Keep calling them planters, that's not their name. Okay, that didn't work. You're not scanning anything, fine. Okay. Anything else I want in terms of materials? Honestly, titanium I think is the thing I have the least of now. I know the foundations can hold planters, yeah, I'm just lazy. But thank you for the tip. I am an absolute god of being so lazy that I make things harder for myself. I will frequently do the task that requires less planning, but more mindless work. Yes, scanner range. That's a good point. I should make that. Very, very useful upgrade. Magnetite and copper, yes. Might be a good idea to also make the speed upgrade. Yeah, well, they're not. It's not that slow. Can you stack range upgrades? You can? Fuck it, I'm making 2. Well, not in there, I'm not. But that's really nice. Okay, that settles it. I'm not making another base down in that area. Nice as that area is, it's just not efficient making it another one so close. How does this do? You can put all of them as range modules. Okay, that's really useful. Nice. Okay, that's big. Hey, open world's entertainment? What the fuck is this?
Seek fluid intake. Vital signs stabilizing.
Could be void. I need to double check what direction it's coming from. It might be... It might be the alien cube that I found and I haven't explored yet. It's not? Wait, is it? Facing that way? No, I think it is. No, it's not, because that's in this room. Yeah, that's just void, I think. Had your guide on Steam for a while, but limited in formatting. Yeah, I don't use guides. There's a drop there, that's where I've been through. This goes up to where there's terrifying stuff. This is pulled back this area towards where there's more terrifying stuff. Yeah, this cave I need to explore more, it's just that there happen to be warpers in it, which I am afraid of. It's a lot nicer. Has that added any new materials? It has, it's added magnetite. It's added 2 new materials, in fact. Not sure what the other one is. But there's 2 more things on this page now. Okay. I will also, I think, make a another thermal vent here. Yeah, aerogel, titanium, all easy stuff to acquire. Wait, hold on. I don't have enough titanium. But I do have an extra powerful long-range scanner room.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Welcome
All systems
aboard,
online.
Captain. All systems online. 2, 1 aerogel. I need 1 more titanium. It is indeed prawn suit time for like 5 seconds. I think there's actually a half-eaten titanium chunk that is up here.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
It'll be the one that's on my screen. It'll be the one that the scanner room already placed on my HUD. That's probably what I'm looking for. I will mine the whole thing even though I only need 1, just because it's good to have surplus titanium on me for wherever I go next. It's really hard to see sometimes when the ore is right underneath the prawn suit. What's my plan now? Scan the big fella, go back? Oh, my plan was gonna be... I was gonna go into the blue section and see what's further ahead. I am avoiding the big fella for as long as feasibly possible because I'm scared of him. I will deal with him at some point, but he intimidates me. Especially since I don't have a sea moth to escape in. When I let's get this range upgrade off my screen. When I scanned the Reaper. Is this gonna connect? I think it's too far away. I think I need to put it over here. Come on. The fucking table coral. Get out of here. Go on, get. When I scanned the Reaper, I had my... I know higher the better, but it's... I'm also concerned about it connecting to the power transmitter. I want to try and not build another power transmitter if possible. Okay, it will connect, it will connect. What are we looking at there? That's 66. 61. Good enough. How much damage have I taken? A total of 1 damage. It's the most massive, like, overlay coming up on your screen. And it's just, like, it doesn't do any damage. Massive and useless. If you want to go deeper, put thermoreactor module upgrade on the pawn. Yeah, I should do that, but I don't want to take off any of the things that it currently has on it. And I don't have any kyanite. I can't do that yet, Yosef. I've not found any kyanite yet. And please don't tell me where to find it. I want to discover that myself. Okay, I think that's good for now. How am I on power? 88. Bit of a yikes, but it's fine. We just swap out the power cells. I've got 2 power cells in my inventory already, so that was unnecessary. 3. I don't want to wait any more time to charge, so I'm going to leave that power cell at 22. I'm going to grab the batteries I have charging, and then we're going to set off to the blue section.
Engine powering up.
From which biome did I get into the Lost River? Honestly, I don't know the names of the biomes. It was a place with sort of floating balls and warpers. And there was a big hole in the ground. En route to Officer Keen's location. It may have been Grand Reef. I don't know. Even if I had been told the names of the biomes, it might not stick in my head. Like, I know the mushroom place is called Mushroom Forest, but to me, it's Morrowind. That was just me scraping against the stone, okay. Right, listen, Rays. I don't want to bump into any of you with my weapon of, frankly, mass destruction. So please... I should add beacons for guidance, you're so right. Whoops. That was an accident. Let me just remind myself what the... oh god, my brain. Beacons, 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 beacons. Where the fuck are beacons? What's the material for beacons? And why is the recipe so hard to find? Why isn't the research function in this game? Why in the name of God is there no search function in the fucking blueprints? There it is. Copper and titanium. Thank you. Always feel bad when you run into the rays. Yeah, I would too, which is why I'm trying my best not to. By the way, welcome, Unearthly Entity of Coffee. Excellent username. I want to get deeper with the Cyclops. Well, I'm currently going with the Cyclops. I have up to 1300 meters, so I'm currently going into a new area, or a new section of an area. So if it leads to deeper, then yeah, sure, I want to get deeper. I just want to find new things. Oh yeah, I do need to think about using the scanner if it gets dark. Excellent advice, JK Game, thank you. Why am I not using my cameras? That's the real question. This looks like it might be a fissure. It's either a trench that is deceptively shallow or it's a massive fissure. It's a massive fissure. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do something responsible here. We're at no. Okay, Subnautica. Why is the overlay on my windscreen behind the waterfall? What do you mean by that?
Engine powering down.
I'm gonna be responsible. I'm gonna drop a beacon here because this looks like a kind of transition point. Hello, Sky. Welcome. What do I want to call this? What am I going to name this section? She, by the way, JK Game. Well, I have materials enough for several. I don't want to make ones until I'm definitely going to use them. Let's drop this right here. Edit beacon name. I don't know what to call this bit. It's kind of like a stepped waterfall. Cerulean Falls. There we go. Hello, Danish. I was watching Subnautica nowadays and just got my live stream, loving it. Now you have to rewatch all the previous ones. More upcoming streams. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Good to have you here. Yeah, I should be using them a lot, but I will refrain from making ones until I use them. I just need to remember to use them more often. Let's get back on cameras. There's a Reaper. Not Reaper. Warper. Words with ER on the end, they're all the same. And now it's starting to get dark. I may want to turn on sonar somewhat soon. That'd be ground I just bumped into. Oh, red. Warpers plus volcanic activity. Okay, there's a beat going on in the music. Okay. Smash into the warper! Smash it! Smash the bastard! I think I hit it, but it teleported away. Oh yeah. There's that pulse in the music. What are those? The little slithering things? This is beautiful, you're right. What depth am I at? 1,000. Oh, it's red. Ran into any big friends on the way? Do you fucking mind getting off my screen? You silly slithering thing? This is unbelievable. I definitely did run into some big friends on the way. I'm kind of backwards. Hold on, let me navigate here. Those drain power? How do I get rid of them? Go outside and slice, but what if I could smash him into the wall? Okay, that's not working. I'm very nervous to go outside because there are warpers in this area. Let me just go up a bit. Oh, I could use the shield jet. That takes a lot of power too. The simple fact of this game is I'm absolutely terrified of warpers. Frankly, I'm gonna deal with you. Perish. You're still not dead? Oh, that's the wrong thing. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. There's like a million different things to scan, sorry. Isn't everyone terrified of warpers? Well, everyone should be terrified of warpers. This does not seem like a... Right. Let's get that back on. This does not seem like something that you can maintain. Like, there's just millions of them. Okay, okay. Nope, there's another one there. Get the fuck back here. Get into the wall. You're dead now. Don't use the cannon near the Cyclops? Why not? Cannon's my main weapon, frankly. I yeet things with it. Actually, you know what? The real question here is why in God's name does Altera's design for the Cyclops notify you of a creature attack when the crab squid, which cannot harm you, tries to attack the Cyclops, but doesn't notify you when the leech, which can actually have negative side effects, attaches itself to the Cyclops? I would consider the latter of greater significance. It's too small? Altera can create fucking portal guns and things that, like, stop time in a localized area and that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm not sure there actually are warpers down here. Would I be right to say that? I don't see any. There were warpers slightly further up, and I'm sure I have a couple of those bastards on my ship right now, but I want to deal with them when I'm not in potential... This might be too small to fit through. No, no, this is good, this is good, this is good, this is good. It does actually, it's on the damage panel thing on the cockpit. That's how it worked in your game. What, the crab squid? The crab squid like triggers a warning, but the Cyclops doesn't actually lose health. Would have used the scanner 50 times by now, you can't see anything. Honestly, YouTube does kind of kill brightness. Maybe I should turn the brightness up for YouTube. Because it's not a problem for me. No, that just makes it look kind of bad. Right, I'm going to turn the gamma up very slightly. Is that better, JK? Because I could already see pretty well. Oh, the lava larva. It's fine in the video? Okay, I'll turn it back down. You just take murky water, fair enough. I didn't realize, but I mean, still my point stands of it might show up on the damage scanner, but it doesn't give you a full warning, which is what's important to me. Right, listen.
Engine powering down.
Listen here, you absolute bastard little creature. I'm gonna kill them all. The crab squid, it like sets off alarms and is like creature attack, despite the fact that the creature cannot functionally attack you. Die and perish and die. I'm gonna make your whole species extinct if you don't leave my ship alone. Shit. Classic Subnautica to have no warpers spawn nearby for so long. And then as soon as I get out, instant warper. Come on. Okay, that works. And now I hear it fuzzing about. Take off power cells from Cyclops when you get into the prawn. What makes you think I'm getting into the prawn?
Engine powering up.
Anything smaller than the Cyclops scares me to be in an area with warpers. I believe this is what we call hot. You'll need to get into the prod eventually. I know, but warpers. Kyanite. That's gotta be kyanite. Not a chance in heaven or hell or any of the other afterlives that that is not kyanite.
Engine powering down.
Right, let's take the paracells out. Dark in here, isn't it? That's a reference to something that most people will have not seen. My brain works in strange ways. Right, it's probably too hot to get out. I do like the red mood lighting. I'm gonna get out for a second, just to see how hot it is. Weirdly enough, not too hot. You little fucker. Not having it. Simply not having it when it comes to those little people. That's a red ray. And I think I saw, or it's just a ray with red mood lighting, making it look red. I'll need the prawn suit to drill the kyanite, good point. I want to kill these little bastards first. As many of them as I can. I'll exploit the natural minerals and resources of this environment that I'm invading in a second. First, allow me to wipe out the indigenous life forms. Just commit some absolute extinction real quick. Don't actually need the stasis gun. I'm gonna pick up one of these little fellas. And you know what? I'm gonna pick up one of these little. I'm gonna pick up one. Get over here. Oddly, in your playthrough, the larvae never bothered you. Well, maybe they don't do as much bad as I think. Maybe they only take out a small amount of power, but the point is...
Emergency power only.
Right.
Oxygen production offline.
I didn't think about that. The point is they steal from me. I need to have a power cell in my inventory. I do have extra power cells. I have 3.5 extra power cells. The point is only I am allowed to steal things. So when they steal things from me, I do take it as a personal insult. Okay, we're back up to full on the oxygen. So we go in the prawn suit.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Have you ever seen better aim in your life? Have you ever seen better aim? Perfectly placed to grab the kyanite, 50 meters off my depth limit. I'll accept the title of the absolute goat of Subnautica now, thank you. How about getting back in? Oh yeah, I do need to put a power cell in. That's a good point. Give me a second. Give me a second. This doesn't rescind. This doesn't rescind my title. Hold on, this doesn't rescind my title. This doesn't rescind my title. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna make a clip out of that. I'm gonna cut this bit out, okay? Right? Wow, I just got finished mining the kyanite. How about getting back in? Oh yeah, that's no problem. I hate this game. No, I love this game. Once again, the question is maintained. Why do you go up with more speed than the Cyclops can handle? Like I know why it is. The animation doesn't change the hitbox of the actual exterior of the Cyclops itself. So when you bump into it like that, you're just bumping into the bottom of the Cyclops, and what happens is once the animation's finished, it adds a hitbox there where it goes, if you bump into this section, then it will pull you into the Cyclops. But why does the jet upgrade allow you to bump into the bottom before the animation finishes? Or more accurately, why doesn't it add the hitbox halfway through the animation? Because at that point it already looks like the doors are open enough for the prawn suit to be pulled in. I'm nitpicking very hard because there's actually no flaws with this game. So I have to nitpick if I want to complain about anything. And I'm British, so I need to complain about things. Right, kyanite, very nice. What else do I need for the prawn suit depth module Mark III and the Cyclops depth module Mark III? 3 kyanite, 1 plasteel ingot. Excellent. Jesus Christ. Excellent. Sorry, prawn suit depth module Mark II. Titanium lithium kyanite. I think I can do both of those right now. It's 3 kyanite, no issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 8, 9, 10. Okay, I don't have... additional titanium in here. That's the flaw. So what I want to do... 5 titanium, 2 lithium for the prawn suit depth module. I want the prawn suit depth module more than I want the Cyclops depth module, I think. That seems right, yes. Because I'm getting out in the prawn suit to mine stuff here. So that seems more appropriate. Also, the Cyclops just has a shit ton more health, so there's more time for me to pull back if I start taking crush damage. So this seems like it's the higher priority. And I'm gonna make it. Crush depth now, show me 1600 meters. 1700 meters, even better. Thermal is... I can't make the thermal without going back up because I don't have my moon pool. Thermal's 2 kyanite, 2 polyaniline, 1 wiring kit. Okay, I've got 2 kyanite. I should have... There's 3 there. And I've got 3 more in there. Okay, so we're good on that. Did I ever imagine I'd be 700 meters down? Meshworks, Right, the thing about this is 1700 meters sounds like a lot, but that's only in like the second zone of the real life ocean. If you look at the pelagic zones of the ocean, that's like mesopelagic. That's still really high up. I think it's bathypelagic is over 1,000 meters. You don't get to the abyssal zone until you're over 4,000 meters. Like, if this planet is very small. If this were Earth, you would not be seeing lava that high up. You would not be seeing lava until you were in the Hadal zone, which is like 10,000 meters. That's like the trenches. Or it's not quite 10,000. Some of them reach 10,000. It's like 7,000 plus or something like that. Remember me being afraid of the drop-offs around the shallows? Yeah, well, there's two reasons for that. First of all, when I first encountered the shallows, I didn't know as much about the ocean, because I've been looking up more about the real-life ocean, because Subnautica's made me even more interested in it than I already was, and I was already interested in it. So there's that. Secondly, at least when it comes to Earth's oceans, the large creatures live nearer the surface, because there isn't enough sunlight and therefore there aren't enough nutrients to sustain large life low down. So actually, yes, crush depth would be the main threat as you get deeper. So if you have the crush depth to sustain in real life, you wouldn't be afraid of the depths. What the fuck is that? There's a fish. I want to scan it. Where is bro? Don't make noises at me. Hey fish. Don't sink and like not even speak to me. Lava lizard. Sorry, I didn't have anything else to do there. I just really wanted to scan that. Lizard underwater? Well, yeah, there are. At the very least, there are amphibious lizards. That looks like a mineral that's sticking out of the ground, and I kind of want it. But knowing my luck, I would go down to it and get attacked by the lizards, and it would turn out to just be a mineral that I've already found. He is far from the surface, but I am currently getting my power zapped by a motherfucker. I'll be careful of the lava, don't worry about that. Let's pull that away. Oxygen production offline, who cares? I want to scan the lava ray. Hey, you there. I missed. I missed. This is unbelievable. What is your hitbox? I've hit your tail at least 5 times. Jesus Christ. Crimson ray. I assumed it would be called a lava ray. Just go up and scan it. Listen, it's a red zone. I don't know what's aggressive and what's not. Just have a quick look. Silver ore. Right. Where are these little fuckers? I know there's someone on here. I know there's at least... There's like 3 of these bastards just sort of skulking about. Hey! Hey! Get! Get! You alive? Hell no, you're not alive. Hello, Scarlet King. Welcome. How's it poppin'? Pretty well. It's poppin'. I have encountered the lava zone. I am about to retract from the lava zone to get to a safe place to build some more things for my prawn suit, for my Cyclops. And also just to not be panicking about these little bastards eating my power. So I will be going back now. I will build a base here later. My moon pool is up at the top. Who said you could come in here? That's right, you phased back through my fucking hull. Don't let me catch you around here again. Yeah. The problem is my moon pool is at the top. Would I like to know a fact that might help me? Generally, no. I'm trying to play the game with no spoilers. Listen, you know what? That's fine. You can just eat there. That's fine. You can just attach yourself there. You're gonna be dead when I get back up anyway. But yeah, I'm trying to play with as little foreknowledge as possible. Oh, I really should put a beacon out here. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, sorry. The lava zone might contain lava. I don't believe it. It's not true. You're lying to me. It's not real. Misinformation. Unbelievable. Misinformation in my Subnautica stream. Wait, hold on. I need power in here to actually build anything. Right. Retracting from this is slightly more complicated than I anticipated it being. There's a warper over there. There's so many of these little shits. Did I scan what? Okay, that's fully too close. That is too close. I'm not going outside when there's a warper like that around. Right, I need to put in one of the power cells. I need to dash over, make a beacon. So I need copper titanium for the beacon. And then I need to dash back, pull out the power cell. Where's my goddamn titanium? There. It takes a lot of strategizing to get in and out of this zone. That is not where I put power cells. Run over. Beacon. Make it quicker, if you would. Run back. Power cell out. Jesus Christ, okay. These little scoundrels. These little rapscallions. Why are you that close? Why is the Reaper right up in my shit? Not Reaper, Warper, sorry. I always say the wrong thing. Warper. Why is the Warper right up in my shit? Why did I take the power cell, Rusty Flip? These little larva things, they attach onto your ship, and if you have a power cell equipped, they will suck power from that cell. So when you're not actively running your ship, it's a really good idea in this region to actually take the power cell out of the ship. I'm gonna continue with the Morrowind naming scheme and call the lava area Dagoth Ur. Do I have a HP kit fabricator in the Cyclops? No, but I do have, I think, 4 first aid kits in my inventory at all times. So we're good if I get hit once. Right, we do this. We put these in here. We fucking set off. Let's go. That's one attached already. I'm gonna kill their whole species. I'm gonna do it.
Engine powering up.
The problem is we're just too close to a warper to actually chase after all of these things. Am I waiting for Subnautica 2? Well, I mean, I'm excited for Subnautica 2. I'll probably play Below Zero first, because I'll probably... Well, I don't know how long Subnautica is, so... But I'm assuming I'll finish Subnautica 1 before 2 comes out. Does turning my shield on prevent leeches from sucking power? I think so, but it uses a lot of power itself. Can warpers do anything to a Cyclops? No. So if you get in the Cyclops, then you are safe from the warpers. I don't know and don't particularly want to be told whether warpers can attack a prawn suit. I imagine they can. But the Cyclops, you're safe. Very nearly out of warper territory. Once I'm out of warper territory, if there's still any bastards clinging to me, I will genocide them, to be honest. I will commit mass murder against the lava leeches, or whatever they're called. Okay, well, as I said, I'm nearly out of warper territory, so if you could scram, that would be very nice. This is officially my nice peaceful zone. I don't want to see any warpers in my nice peaceful zone. Turn it on and off to kick them off, but surely then they would just get back on really quickly. Okay, we good.
Engine powering down.
Engine powering down. See, down to 79% power already. These little shits, if any of them are still here, they're done. Hey, how you doing there? Where do you think you're going? This isn't your home. Temperature's too low for you here. Hello, die. How did that not hit it? You're not getting away from me. Should leave one of them attached and then just go to the surface with the Cyclops, explode the idiots? No. Apart from anything, you realize the amount of power I need to use to get past the Leviathan in the cave in the Lost River? That plus even one of these things leeching my power? Simply not happening. You're dead, yeah. You can tap the shield gen to... Oh, the shield generator electrocutes them. I thought it would just, like, make them detach themselves and not do any damage to them. Okay, if it electrocutes them, that's way more useful. Honestly, I might have stayed down there a bit longer if I'd realized it was actually going to do damage. But it's all good. I've got stuff to do up here as well. Could the... Oh, I don't think that's fully grown. I was like, why is that not working? It's on the corner, but it's not working for good reason. Right, let's get back to base.
Engine powering up.
This last got beef. I have got beef. There are certain species in this game that I am gonna make go extinct before I'm done with this playthrough. And those leeches are one of them. Let me tell you. I am not satisfied with their continued existence. Oh, the fact you wanted to tell me was that the shield generator electrified them? Okay. You see, the difficulty with knowing whether... The difficulty with knowing whether I want to be told a fact is that I can't tell, like, if it's too major of a fact without knowing what the fact is. So 90% of the time, even if it's a small fact, I have to just say no, because I can't judge whether I want to know it without knowing it. So yeah, sometimes I will cautiously say no about something that's probably not a problem to tell me. But it is, I'm very grateful that you asked before. How much information did I obtain so far about the lore? A reasonable amount. Enough to know that capitalism is the villain. But to be fair, you don't have to find out much to work that out. Even not one-shotting them, it's still good. It'll send them away, and if they come back enough shots, it will kill them, presumably. I know that I'm infected. I've known that for a long time, and it hasn't been any... There hasn't been any more progress on that. I know that my current working theory is that the aliens on this planet were wiped out by the infection, and they quarantined the planet to stop it from spreading to the rest of the sector. That's my current working theory with what's happened here. They also seem to have been involved with some sort of like biological experimentation. I feel like they might have created the warpers. That's my interpretation of what I've found out.
Engine powering
Could be
down.
totally off with that. Do I plan to play Subnautica Sub-Zero? It's kind of like a DLC to the main game. I do plan to, when it's on sale enough. I don't tend to buy games for like any more than £15, given that I don't currently have an actual source of income. So
Powering down.
would have to wait for it to be on sale to buy it, but I do plan to play it. It was very recently on sale for an amount where I was like, am I gonna get that? It's kind of close to a good amount, but I didn't end up getting it. Right, I want to make... the good handoff from what I know so far, doing great. The benefits of A, being a writer myself, and B, having played From Software games, which are significantly more obtuse with their lore. You just navigate the seas, but you'll compensate with Subnautica. Do you definitely buy it? Yeah, I generally don't feel comfortable about navigating the seas. If the company were evil, then perhaps I would do it, but... Well, obviously, for YouTube listening, for YouTube's terms of service people listening, I would never navigate the seas, and I don't condone it at all. And now that they're not listening, I might do it if the company was evil. But Open World's entertainment seems to be pretty nice, so I kind of don't want to do it. Did you find the second alien base so far? I found the enforcement platform. I found some alien shenanigans going on Officer Keen's island, but that wasn't like a full base. And there's a big cube very nearby in these caves that I haven't explored yet. I think that's all the alien stuff I've found. How long has it been since I self-scanned? Honestly, not that long, but something may have changed. Last time it just said infected. Aha!
Bacterial infection has spread to the skin and pulmonary system. Medical report recorded to databank. It is imperative you find a way to neutralize the infection.
Thank you. Yo, Jesus. Hey, I'm bioluminescent now. Power up. Yeah, no worries about asking questions, Scarlet King. There's never anything wrong with that, asking questions. Asking questions is good. You're not the streamer, so you can say whatever you want. Adobe is evil. Okay, listen, I am the streamer, and Adobe is evil. Companies rather you navigating and later supporting the game than buying it from shady third parties, so you try to support wherever you can. Fair enough. Yeah, I will explore the cube, don't worry. I have been sidetracked. There's so much to explore in this game. Watching someone play this blind when you've already played the game is so weird to you. You don't usually watch live streams. Watching someone blind when you play the game can be a very frustrating experience. I recognize that. Given that I have suffered it myself watching people play Hollow Knight blind. When I very nearly have 100% in that game, I'm missing one achievement, and I've watched several blind playthroughs, and it's always frustrating, so I am well aware of the restraint it takes to not spoil things, so I am grateful to chat for being mindful of that, because it can be very difficult not to say things, especially when you're watching someone do something stupid. You're now one with the planet, says the fish are green. Excellent. I have adapted to my ecosystem, and now I shall destroy it from within. What am I actually doing here? There's something else with kyanite. Yes, I know what it is. I know what it is. Where is it? Thermal reactor, not the Cyclops one. Although, I do actually want the Cyclops one as well. I don't have enough kyanite for that, I don't think, but I do want it at some point, so I'll pin it for now. Most live streams bore you, but this one actually has you invested. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's good having you here. Yeah, I know about bringing purple tablets with me. I didn't... I'll be honest with you, when I set out with my Cyclops, I didn't expect to be away from home base for as long as I have been. I'm mostly this far away because I'm scared of going back. There's the other thing I want. Because of the big fish that's in the way. I haven't played the game yet, but you watch so many playthroughs, you just enjoy it. I used to be like that with a lot of games, like Dark Souls 3, for example. I knew a lot of stuff about that game before I played it because I'd watched so many like no-hit runs and stuff. Have I just pinned the same thing twice? No, I haven't. They're 2 and 4. They're very similar. So yeah, I very much understand that sentiment with not playing a game but enjoying watching it. Best Subnautica playthrough on YouTube. Thank you. That really means a lot. I'll be honest with you, JK Game. I have not died yet in this game, so I was unaware how dying actually functions. And would prefer to have no further details on how respawning works so that I can discover that myself when I eventually get eaten. No worries. No worries. I assumed you would respawn. Given that I didn't select hardcore mode, I would be very miffed if you didn't respawn. Because it did specifically say on hardcore mode, oh, in this mode you don't respawn. which implies that you do respawn on other modes. I don't have salt. Okay, I need to do some scanning. My pinned... My pinned recipes are taking up half the screen, but it's fine. But yeah, somehow I've managed to avoid dying so far in this game. Okay, can't scan for salt. Disappointing. In that case, alien cube time. Ah, no, in fact, in that case, reading all the things I've scanned. Okay, you have to bring salt with you. Wonderful. Okay. No salt then. Okay, in that case, I kind of have to go back before I go any further. What I am going to do is I'm going to make the next Cyclops depth module just for safety's purpose. Grab some titanium. Oh, you can get salt from filtration stations. You're so right. How do I make that? How do I make that? How do I make that? This game has so many different ways that you can obtain essential resources. It's so well designed. Copper wire air, that's the simplest thing ever. I know it uses a lot of power, but that's the simplest thing ever. I don't have to go back. I don't have to go back. I'm never going to leave this place. I'm fully going to finish the playthrough without returning to Gary or Reginald. I can see it happening. Right, let's search for titanium. I mean, it's not going to happen because if I get to a point where I'm close to finishing the playthrough, I will return to Gary and Reginald because I want to see them again, but... for the purpose of hyperbole, can we get some titanium on my screen, please? Okay, it's down there. I think actually with the upgraded jet, I think I can blast up there. Let's grab a gel sack for the aerogel. Just leave the prawn in the moon pool and bring back the sea moth, which is useful for resource gathering. Yeah, probably a good idea. Although, oops, I didn't mean to take that out. No, 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 no. My sea moth has the level 3 depth module, and I don't think it can actually go this deep, so I'm not sure how useful it would be. Died twice in your first playthrough, once by Warper and then ganged up on by crab snakes after they wrecked your sea moth. I'm so pissed off at Reapers, right? So I've lost a total of 1 vehicle, which was my original sea moth. And the reason that I lost it is because the Reaper decided to target the metal thing that doesn't have high nutritional value versus the flesh and blood thing that does. If the Reaper had tried to target me and come at me, then I would have hit it with my stasis gun, because it's very easy to hit them as they're pushing their face towards you. But instead, it came around for the second pass and it targeted the sea moth again and destroyed the sea moth. So I have beef with Reapers. What big fellas have I encountered? If you mean Leviathan class, I have encountered Reaper Leviathan, Reefback Leviathan. Have I encountered any other Leviathan class that I've scanned? I'm assuming the one in the Lost River is a Leviathan, but I haven't scanned it, so I don't want that confirmed. Crab snakes, to me, count as big fellas even though they're not Leviathans. How was the encounter with the Reaper? I've had 2 encounters with Reapers. One of the ones I've just described, which was when it destroyed my sea moth. And the other one was when I scanned it. The one when I scanned it went perfectly, hitless on both me and my sea moth. The one with when my sea moth was destroyed was hitless on me. Where's Leviathan class? Fauna. Leviathans. Okay, I've only seen the Reaper and the Reefback in terms of ones I've scanned. Several times I have seen Reapers in the distance as well. In fact, one of the reasons it was so hilarious to me was before I had actually seen a Reaper close up and scanned it and that sort of stuff and knew that it was like a dangerous thing, I'd glimpsed them in the distance because I'd been behind the Aurora already, and I actually spent like 5 minutes at one point gathering resources out of the like little containers in the Aurora and didn't get any of the Reapers come near me during that time. As soon as I had scanned a Reaper, I decided, okay, I know there are Reapers behind the Aurora, but let's go back there anyway because I know more about them. I know more about how they work. I understand that they use echolocation, and if you can hear their call, then they can see you, that type of thing, because I read the lore of them. So I thought, it's all fine. I've been there for 5 minutes at a time before, and I didn't get attacked. Went in within 30 seconds, or perhaps even less, of entering the area behind the Aurora. Immediately the Seamoth got grabbed from behind, and I don't think I even heard the Reaper's call. So I have beef with Reapers, to say the least. Wait, hold on, I need to grab the stuff out of the storage here. Never died playing Subnautica. You've never played Subnautica, you just know everything about it because you've been watching its development from the start. Fair enough. I do highly recommend playing it. It's one of my favorite games, quite frankly. It did not take long to become one of my favorite games. It did not take long at all. Let's see what else I missed here.
Welcome aboard, Captain. All systems online.
Your first gameplay experience was getting grabbed by a Reaper out of nowhere? Oh dear. Left the game for a month, not a surprise. I know someone who's played the game and has died like tons of times in the starting area and gave up on it, but based on my recommendations, they have said that they plan to give it another go. Died dozens of times, mostly in cave systems. Died of starvation a couple of times. I mean, you've got 800 hours in the game, to be fair. I don't think you can have 800 hours in a game without dying in practically every way the game has to offer. Since Reapers are blind and hunt by echolocation, they target your Seamoth because it's bigger. That's fair. But I'm still miffed that they targeted my Seamoth because I didn't want them to. And I'm still gonna blame them for it. Right.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
We good. We good. We good. We good. Hello, Tapas Kumar. Also just started. You're completely stumped after getting a prawn suit? Well, depth modules are good because they let you go other places. And just being a bit brave and going into deeper places, deeper waters. Yeah, just go deeper. Places look scary and they are scary, but go deeper. And place beacons. Beacons are really useful. Beacons help you not get lost. I should place more beacons, to be frank. I do not place enough beacons. Did I scan the skeleton in the Lost River? I haven't yet, no. Right, how are we looking here? 61, let's grab that. 99, 97. Oh wait, these ones are lowest, hold on. Wait. There we go. Hold on, hold on. 100 there. 100 there. Everything else is in the 90s. Frankly, just stop being a big baby is the tip for beginners. I wouldn't put it quite as, like, I don't know, condescendingly to people, but yes. The spirit of that message is very much the advice to new players. I have managed by being very careful myself, but I would probably be a lot further ahead even quicker if I had been braver. Either that or I would have just lost everything. Yeah, it's a gamble. Every Subnautica player has that one event that makes them just not play for a bit. In your case, it was the lava zone, but you won't spoil why. Interesting. I can't imagine not playing for a bit. I love this game so much. Took you 2 weeks to play again? Okay, well, to be fair, taking 2 weeks to play again for me would just be missing one stream. Right, I want my titanium, I want my copper, I want my aerogel. I need rubies. I don't think I have any rubies. What time is it? It is 6 o'clock. Okay. I'm going to make the water filtration system, and I think that's where I'll leave off the stream for today, because it's getting to around the time that I usually stop. So next time will be when we do the cube. My slow, cautious attitude has been a joy to watch. I'm glad you're enjoying it. That's how I play most games. The number of times in Elden Ring that I stopped to farm runes after beating a boss, even when I was quite away from a level, just because I was afraid of losing them. That number is too high. I think my cautious attitude in playing games probably comes from my love for stealth games, to be honest. Subnautica is very fun. Be sure to check me out next time. Glad you like it. Thank you. So someone who placed a beacon in 4 locations forming an X around the map. The X lines up with the center of the map, then use the distances from each beacon and basically has a sextant. Holy shit. Actual big brain. Massive brain play. And grab this quartz while I'm here. And oh, that ruby's further away than I thought. Never mind. I'll grab this one. Made the mistake of going to the Aurora engines because you thought that was where the entrance was on your first time. Oof. Yeah. That, small mistake. An error there. But also a learning moment. Oh, that's what I'm going to do before I finish this stream. I'm going to read the lore that I got from all the things I scanned. I got scanned like 6 things down there. Squidding is a great name for a Cyclops. You'll name yours Cheese when you get one. That's a good name too. I did choose the name Squidding very specifically because of the ultra rare line. Let's make my copper wire here. So 1 in the morning for you, but you're a night owl, so you'll try and catch the next stream. 1 in the morning is late, and frankly, I would not survive staying up that late. Well, actually, last few nights that's been when I've gone to bed, but I would not be watching a stream at 1 in the morning, but, you know, I know someone who fully doesn't sleep the whole night and just is awake and asleep at, like, random moments during the day and night, so whatever schedule works for you, works for you. When is the next stream? So it'll be next week. I do 2 streams a week, 1 Subnautica, 1 Sekiro. The Subnautica streams are always on a weekday, usually Monday or Tuesday. Today's Wednesday because I've been a bit out of whack this week and the last week. And then the Sekiro stream is always on the weekend, except this week, because again, this week was out of whack. either Saturday or Sunday, it usually is. And I tend to start the streams, I aim for 2:30 UK time. Beyond that, I don't have a rigid schedule because I'm very bad at keeping to rigid schedules. And I don't want to make one and then immediately fail it and feel bad for not making the schedule that I promised. So yeah, if you want to watch Subnautica, it's weekdays, typically Monday or Tuesday, 2:30 UK time. And if you want to watch the Sekiro, then 2:30 weekend. Okay, there's only one place I can fit this. Oh yes, I have a Discord too, which I'll put that in chat when I'm about to end, which I always ping there when I start streaming. And I also message an hour-ish usually before the stream starts on the days that I'm gonna stream. Like, we'll be streaming in this amount of time. Let's very quickly, I'll drop the link now, there you go. Discord link from Nightbot, if the command works. Nightbot? You there? Okay, there we go. Nightbot is very slow recently. Water filtration system. Let's go. Give me my salt. Let's unpin that. There we go. Do you get the moon pool first or the modification station? You have one fragment for both of them, but don't know where to find more. There's good things to get from each of them. If you want to make the level 1 upgrades for your Seamoth and your prawn suit, you need the moon pool because you need the vehicle upgrade console. I would probably recommend that first, but there are some very useful things you can make for yourself with the modification station as well. If I run in here, I don't even need to run in here, I can just look in my inventory. Yes, very good call about the water filter. I think that was Scarlet King and someone else both mentioned that. Let's see, where's the modification station? Things like the thermoblade and the higher capacity tanks are really nice with the modification station. Like the ultra high capacity tank, also certain fin types and stuff. So it depends on what you're going for. If you want to power yourself up, make the modification station. If you want to power your vehicles up, make the moon pool first. Would be my advice. Discord is one of the few social platforms you know how to use. Honestly, same. I'm active on like 3 whole social platforms if you include YouTube. Right, let's read this lore that I got. Advanced theories. Oh, it's the bacterial infection report. Let's read this first. I'm dying. I should probably know what that means. Let's not have colors in the background that make it impossible for me to read the text. That would also help. Bacterial infection report. You have been infected with a previously unknown waterborne bacterium. It is currently multiplying in your bloodstream. Estimated incubation time, 2 weeks. Okay, right. I'm going to be pedantic again here because I like being pedantic and I have nothing else to criticize this game for because it's practically perfect. If I have symptoms, then the incubation time is over. Incubation time is how long it takes for a disease to become symptomatic. I'm pretty sure. Your immune system is currently combating the infection at low efficacy. You may already be experiencing flu-like symptoms and skin irritation. These will likely be exacerbated as the bacterium takes hold. Your immediate priority should be abatement and eradication of the infection. Recommended steps: salvage further alien research data on a possible vaccine. We'll be doing that next stream. Investigate the mechanisms which have enabled the indigenous ecosystem to inhibit the symptoms of the infection. They evolved. Unfortunately, not a tactic available to me, as I am a single life form. Right, let's have a look at these bastards. What do you mean threat level low? Threat level very high because they can suck your power out. Lava larva. A grub-like species which appears to lack sight and smell but is able to sense and drain thermal and electrical energy in its immediate environment. Capable of attaching to smooth surfaces and generating high-pressure suction, will release if it comes under sufficient strain, such as being stabbed with a knife. Thick scales protect from extreme temperatures, but not knives. The lava larva lacks a traditional digestive system. Instead, it powers its internal processes directly from the energy it consumes. Attracted to energy sources of all kinds, draws energy from its prey to survive. Avoid when piloting vehicles. Remove to conserve batteries. Remove with a knife, specifically. It should say that. Lava lizard is a carnivore. High threat level. Well, moderately high. It's in the orange. Medium-sized predator adapted for life in volcanic regions and remarkably able to spit molten rock at its foes. Is this my first playthrough? This is indeed my first playthrough. Blind playthrough, as in the title, signifies that I have basically seen nothing about the game before playing it. Like, I went into it completely blind. I didn't know any information other than it's in the sea and there are fish. And it's a survival game. Four-mounted mandibles, designed to do maximum damage to prey. Sharp internal teeth tear through flesh and bone alike. Scar tissue, likely due to regular exposure to magma, lava lizards build up a thick layer of scar tissue over time, which enables them to withstand ever greater temperatures inside and out. Interesting, so they can go deeper and deeper very slowly. That's really nice. I like the design of the animals in this game is so good. I do have memes on my Discord. Indeed. There is no time... if your Discord server doesn't have a memes channel, it's not a complete Discord server, to be honest. You're getting spoilers, but you're enjoying the stream. I'm glad you're enjoying it. If you don't mind spoilers, then it's worth it. Behavior. It is able to both defend itself by burying its body in magma and to go on the offensive by spitting molten rocks at its foes. Okay, it's like the lava eel in Dark Souls 2. Assessment. Avoid especially in the presence of lava flow. Well, I fully barreled right at it with a stasis gun and I came out unscathed. So I'd say that the databank, PDA, scanner, whatever, whoever wrote it, coward. Crimson Ray. One of the largest rays on the planet, displaying generally docile behavior. I don't like the use of the word generally. That implies that there could be a time when it became aggressive. Thick scaling. Scales formed on the skin protect this ray from extreme temperatures, allowing it to survive in areas unpopulated by competing scavengers. Forward-mounted eye sockets suggests a predatory evolutionary history left behind long ago. Assessment. Inedible. Well, why would you attack it? Even if it was. It's just a friendly red guy. Magmarang. That's the sound of my salt getting created. This organism is an adaptation of the common boomerang evolved to survive in high temperature environments. Coloration. Dark red coloration helps this subspecies to blend into igneous rock environments. Orange detailing resembles active lava flow, deterring more cautious predators. Behavior. Marginally bolder than its shallow-dwelling cousins, the magmarang will nonetheless flee any creature larger than itself with impressive speed. Assessment. Edible. Red eye. Why don't I have a picture for the red eye? Bruh. Why no picture? But to be fair, I don't have pictures for the magmarang either. Why no pictures for these? You sadden me. A small herbivorous creature with poor maneuverability evolved to inhabit high-temperature environments. Thermal camouflage. Deep red and orange coloration enables this subspecies to blend into volcanic environments and reflect environmental thermal energy, thus rendering it almost invisible to most predators. 2. Thermal vision. Delicate, light-based eyesight is impractical at these temperatures, and the red eye has developed thermal vision in its place. In this species' volcanic domain, edible plant matter and potential predators are the coldest entities in range. Assessment. Edible. Low calorie count. Do you have to scan it for pictures? I have scanned it. That's the thing. I have this databank because I've scanned it. Salt. Okay, that is draining my power. I kind of want to build a third thermal. I'm dragging the stream on longer than I intend to, but I kind of want to build a third thermal plant. Just because that's really doing stuff to my power. I know I'm good at 500. It's not the capacity that's the question, Meshworks. It's how quickly it drains it. And the answer is currently quite quickly. And the thing is, even if I like build one and I decide later I want to remove it, that's fine because I can just remove it and take it down to whenever I make a base lower down, where it'll be even more effective. Very upset that you have to wait a week to see me explore the alien cube. I know, I'm sorry. I fully don't have the energy to stream more than twice a week, to be honest. With like other hobbies that I have and stuff, energy plus time is just not there. I would very much like to, but I want to keep an even balance of Sekiro and Subnautica. I don't want to favor one game over the other, even though I am enjoying Subnautica more.
Welcome aboard,
So
Captain.
if I were to do
Systems
more
online.
Subnautica streams per week, I'd want to do the same number of Sekiro streams, which would come out to 4 streams a week, which is just too much for me at the moment. Some people are superheroes in my opinion. I saw somebody do her first stream ever. She'd never streamed before, and she fully did it for 9 hours. The longest I've ever streamed for was like 6 hours, and I was very tired afterwards. And she'd never done a stream before. Like, she had done YouTube, but she'd never done a live stream, and she just did it for 6 hours. Like, that's just a power that I don't possess. Sorry, she did I say 6 or 9 there? She did it for 9 hours anyway. I get words confused so often that I second guess myself even when I say the right one. The power use, you have the Pro and the battery charger and the water filter going, you're only at 50%. Yeah, I know, but it's... Well, I mean, at 50% kind of is irrelevant if it's draining faster than I'm generating. But yeah, it does seem to be stable at 50%, but I would still like a third one. I like to be at full power. And I don't currently have the scanner room going. And I don't have the battery, the power charger actually going at the moment either, because both of these are fully charged. If I put that on, it's going to start draining to a slightly lower amount. Just like how the Cyclops has an extremely rare voice line, the Seamoth actually used to have one, but it was removed because it was inappropriate. Interesting. Now I'm curious to know what it was. Yeah, that is a full-time job at 8+ hours. It's too many hours. I don't know how you do that, but she did. I was like, okay. I don't have a nuclear reactor. I don't have the blueprints for a nuclear reactor, unfortunately. Yeah, like, I mean, there have been times that I've played games for that long on the same day, but streaming is a whole different business, so let me tell you. Streaming makes me so much more tired than just playing a game without streaming, because there's the, like, paying attention to chat and trying to be entertaining while you're playing the game to add on to the concentration of just playing the game. Like, don't get me wrong, I love it. I absolutely love streaming, but it takes a lot more energy than just playing a game. So people who are able to stream for that long have so much respect from me. Truly wild. And the issue with the nuclear reactor is the uranium rods and disposal, like in real life. Oh god. Yeah, I know I've been making jokes about destroying the ecosystem, but I'm not sure I want to produce radioactive waste on this undisturbed planet. I think I'm good with the thermal reactors. And that is now generating more than it's losing instead of stabilizing. So that's going to keep going up. Which probably means that if I turned the scanner room on, it would be stable, which is very nice. Right. What are we at now? Almost 6:30, so I will end the stream there. Because that's a reasonable bit longer than what I normally go for. I usually go for 3 to 3.5 hours. I have a special trash. I've not made the bin, to be honest. I have not made the bin. I really need to get into making more of the decoration stuffs because they actually have uses, which I didn't realize before. That's wild that you could just put nuclear waste in a bin and it's fine. That's not how it works in real life. Anyway, yes, I will end there. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been a really fun stream. Made a lot of progress. Had a lot of great chats with new people and people who've been here before as well. Yeah. As I've explained, next Subnautica stream will most likely be Monday or Tuesday. And I typically start streaming at 2:30 UK time. So hopefully I will see many of you there again. If not, then that's fine. But hope you have a good week. And yeah, if anyone's interested in Sekiro, that'll be on the weekend at the same time. Don't think there's anything more to say. Next order of business on the next stream is using the salt and exploring the alien cube. Have a great day, everyone, and adios.